What's good, guys? So after a 57% dump in just 12 days after Facebook's metaverse announcement, Decentraland's Mana is now back looking for revenge. Mana has started a breakout that could potentially 3x the price from here. So in this video, let's look at Mana, my short-term, medium-term, and end of bull run price targets for Mana. As usual, let's quickly look at the fear and greed index for the general market sentiment. At the moment, we are sitting at 74 on the index scale, right? So this shows that the market is pretty much greedy at the moment, right? Let's look at the past history. From past history, we see that when we get in the 70s, when we get above 70 on the fear and greed index scale, that is when we usually get a little bit of a reversal or correction to correct the greed in the market. But let's confirm this with the Bitcoin leverage ratio, right? So from the Bitcoin leverage ratio chart, we see that the leverage ratio, which is this blue line, is currently sitting above Bitcoin's price, right? So the leverage ratio is currently at about 0.189, which is about 0.19. And we usually get the reversals when we get closer to the 0.2, right? So when we get to this level, that is when we usually get the reversals, right? So be careful out there. Just a heads up, if Bitcoin's price dump, then expect Mana's price to dump as well. Now let's look at Mana from the lower time frame to the high time frame. So let's start with the 4-hour chart. And now from the 4-hour chart, we see that Mana has managed to break above this falling wedge pattern, right? Or this descending wedge pattern. And now this pattern is usually a bullish indicator. And just as expected, the price is now trading above the pattern, right? And it's pushing up towards the all-time highs. So this is pretty bullish for Mana. But one thing that is concerning is the volume, right? The breakout volume. The breakout volume is not that high when compared to the volume that we were seeing when Bitcoin made the metaverse announcement. And that is reasonable, right? But I believe that the volume that we're seeing at the moment should be enough to continue the reversal back to the all-time highs, right? But one thing to also keep in mind is this resistance line over here, right? At about $3.50. If Mana is able to break above $3.50, then we should definitely go to the all-time highs. But my short-term bullish price target for Mana is at $4.58, right? Or the 2.618 Fibonacci level. That is my short-term bullish price target for Mana. But now let me bring up some indicators and let's see what the indicators are saying as well, right? So the indicators, the RSI shows that Mana is gaining in strength, right? But it is a little bit overbought. But since we are looking at this in the shorter time frame, in the 4-hour time frame, I will not take this as I will not see this as concerning unless this was in the daily time frame, right? Let's look at the MACD. From the MACD, we see that the MACD line, the blue line, is currently above the signal line, the orange line, and we are printing green bars, right, on the histogram. So this is bullish for Mana. This shows a reversal and is confirming the reversal in the MACD. The squeeze momentum is also confirming the reversal and is confirming that there's high momentum in the market for Mana at the moment, right? So there are a lot of indicators pointing towards a big reversal for Mana. So I will not be worried about the volume over here. I will not worry too much about the low volume at the moment, right? From the daily chart, it is shocking to see that Mana has managed to hold prices above $2, right? I was expecting the price for Mana to drop below $2 so I could pick up a little bit more Mana, load up on my bags. But Mana is not giving me the opportunity. Mana is too bullish at the moment. And I believe Mana will continue the bullish run, right? So if Mana manages to break above the all-time high, right? So the all-time high is sitting at about $5. So if Mana breaks above the all-time high at $5, then my medium-term price target for Mana is sitting at the 3.618 Fibonacci level, or at about $6.20. From the weekly chart, like I said in my previous video, Mana is too bullish at the moment, right? And we should definitely expect some pullback from Mana in the long term, right? Nothing goes up forever. I'm pretty sure we all know that, right? So I would expect some pullback from Mana in the long term. But now let's look at the RSI, right? So looking at the RSI, we see that the RSI is currently at about 83, right? And this is not yet too concerning for me, even though this shows that Mana is overbought. This is not yet too concerning for me, right? Mana usually get the big reversals when it gets above 90, right? And 83, although 83 is not that far from 90, I would say we still have some time for more gains ahead for Mana. But a short time, right? 83 is not that far from 90. So I would say a short time to get more gains in for Mana. Now let's look at the MACD. The MACD shows that the MACD line is still above the signal line, right? The orange line, the blue line is still above the orange line. So Mana is still bullish. The momentum is still bullish for Mana. Nothing to worry about in the short term, at least, right? In the long term, definitely, we should get a pullback, right? From the squeeze momentum chart, the squeeze momentum is still printing green candles, right? It's still printing green bars. So I expect more push ahead for Mana, more gains ahead for Mana in the short term. A pullback, like I said, in the long term, definitely, right? Now for my end of bull run price target for Mana, I still have my price target sitting at the 4.61 Fibonacci level, or about $7.80. That'll be where I'll take most of my profits off the table for Mana. But if Bitcoin sees an extended bull run, if the bull run for Bitcoin extends past March of 2022 or March next year, then we should definitely see higher prices for Mana as well, right? And my extended bull run price target for Mana is at the $12 level, right? Which I'm getting from this logarithmic regression curve, right? This is the top end of the logarithmic regression curve, and that'll be my extended bull run price target for Mana. Now make sure to help our brother out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My name is Seth and I make crypto content. So if making more money with cryptos is something you are interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications as well. And let me know what other coin you would like for me to cover in the comment section